This week's Parsha in Eretz Yisrael is the Parsha of Pinchas. Pinchas. And we have a very, very interesting thing. Moshe Rabbeinu is about to confer the status of leadership upon Yoshua. And Hashem says, V'samachta alav yodcha. Put your hand on him. Put your hand. Yodcha is singular. And several verses later, the verse says that Moshe Rabbeinu, vayismoch es yadav alav, Moshe Rabbeinu put both hands on Yoshua. And Rashi makes a point. What's the Torah teaching us here? That he gave more and more of his wisdom and his tips of leadership, how Yoshua should lead the Jewish people. That's why it's Yodecha with a Yud. So Moshe Rabbeinu gave more. But Rashi brings another explanation. Rashi says that the reason why Moshe Rabbeinu used two hands is because Moshe Rabbeinu was making them like a cup. With two hands, it was like a cup. You can't hold too much in one hand, but with two hands you can hold. And this is a medrash from Sifrei, and the Rav Chaim Kanievsky of blessed memory, time of the Krah, he asks, what's the pshat in this? Normally you give a blessing, parents often give a blessing to their children. They put two hands on the head of their child. Yivarechecha, they give a blessing before Kiddush on a Friday night, Leil Shabbos. What's this two hands over here? So it says, the time of the Krah, that the pshat is, the Gra, he was asked a question, how shall the tzaddikim teach their generation to become tzaddikim like themselves? So he said, a mashal. He gave an analogy. What's the analogy? He said, if you get a big pitcher, you put small cups around it, and you fill up the big pitcher, and it overflows, and it goes into the small cups. The Gra is explaining that in order to affect the other people of the generation in a meaningful fashion, you have to be full yourself. When you become full, then it overflows, and the overflow goes into everything at once. Okay, so this is a derech and kiruv. If we want to be mekarev people, we have to grow, and we have to grow, and we have to grow. We have to be so full of Torah that it spills out. Rabbi Noach used to say the opposite. He used to say, we can't afford to wait until we're full of Torah. You learn Aleph Beis, you have to teach it to the next guy that comes in. So really they're both true. At the same time that whatever we are learning, we're giving over to the next guy, the guy that walks in through the door. Yeah? At the same time, we're filling ourselves with Torah so that we can have a major effect on many, many people. Let's learn from Moshe Rabbeinu. When he wanted to make Yoshua the next leader of the Jewish people, he gave over a full amount of his own Torah knowledge. It spilled over into Yoshua and made him the next leader of Israel.